entitled mother tried to reduce my pay for attempting to seduce her husband. I started babysitting families in my church growing up. Between ages 12, 16, I babysit for over 30 families, and I was highly requested in that community. I knew everyone, and I attended that church since I was 4. Everyone knew me, I knew everyone. Very tight-knit. So I babysit for a family we will call the Smiths. I knew the Smith family since I was 10, and they had children that were younger than me. I helped with these kids for children's mass. I knew the family, and we were kind of close, because I was one of the kids' helpers in a class unit. Plus, we all knew each other from the church and school. Now I'm 13-ish when this happened. I babysat for this family, the Smiths, and it was going good. They had a pool in their backyard, and the dad had told me to pack a bathing suit. He said, "The kids will probably beg you to swim with them if you don't mind, but you don't have to." So I babysat these kids for about 5 hours. 5. And 4 hours in, the husband came home to take a work call, and then he would help with the kids, and my parents would take me home. 20 minutes before the dad gets home, the kids want to swim. I agree, and we all get ready. I had chosen a normal bathing suit for a 13-year-old, but I had a larger chest than others my age and the mom of these kids. Now the dad comes home and asks if things are all good. I tell him yes, and he tells me he will find us when he's done with his work call. It's about 5. And he comes out and asks to take another call. He asks to take a picture to send to his wife, to let her know I'll watch the kids for longer since he had another call. Tildar all went well, till the wife shows up. Everything goes good, the kids are having a blast. I help dry them off, help them shower and change as the wife gets ready to take over and the husband had started making dinner. I was in my oversized shirt, bringing the kids downstairs, when the wife signals to me. She pulls me aside and begins to shame me. She tells me I will not be getting paid from 5:45 for dressing like a slut in an attempt to stray her husband from me. That my choice of swimsuit was slutty, and she should have known better not to trust me. That I was a whore and that my boobs would get me nowhere in life, and I was going to be raped dressing like that. I was flabbergasted because I'm barely 13 at the time, and I wasn't wearing a revealing swimsuit. I nod and profusely apologize because I wore this to the pool and never had any problems, and me and my bestie had matching ones. I was sobbing hysterically, took my money, and sat on the porch waiting for my mom to pick me up. I hear yelling inside. Dad comes out, gives me $50, and goes back to yelling at his wife inside the house. TLDR. They filed for divorce because she was having an affair with another guy. She later revealed this information to another family I babysat for, and they me that the wife was insecure about her chest. Dad was not a pedophile, and his kids are doing great. Story 2. Entitled parents tell me to F off in my own yard? Enjoy your free shower. Long-time lurker, first-time poster. Please forgive any formatting mistakes, since I am on mobile. A few years ago, I lived in a house that was a block away from a public park. It was a very large park, and I noticed 2 soccer games occurring when I left one Saturday to go to the grocery store. When I returned home about 45 minutes later, I noticed there was a truck parked beside my property. The occupants of that truck were on my property. There was 2 children dressed in soccer uniforms, their mom and dad, and a large Doberman. The Doberman was lying on a picnic blanket. The parents were setting up their family's picnic lunch, and the children were chasing each other. Oh, all on my front lawn? I couldn't believe my eyes. I pulled my car into my driveway and walked over to the family, asking them why were they on my property. The entitled mother then snarked at me. What does it look like? We are eating lunch. I asked, why are they not eating in the public park that is a block away? And she responded, it's more peaceful here. In complete shock, I then said, this is private property, and you all need to leave now. The mother's response was, go F yourself, you little b. I was furious. I pay the mortgage, I do all the lawn work, and you think it's okay to trespass and tell me where to go on my own property? So this was the easiest revenge ever. I walked right beside them to the outside tap that was attached to my sprinkler system and turned it on. The family started screaming and grabbed all their stuff as they ran to their truck. The mother and father screamed obscenities the whole time and said that they were going to get me. Well, this is where revenge number 2 came in. I downloaded my security camera footage, which showed their license plate, and brought it to my next-door neighbor, who just happened to be a police officer who working that day. The parents were charged with trespassing, and I had a smile on my face for the rest of the day. Story 3. EP upset because their kid won't sleep without visiting our cats every day, and we said no. Our neighbors, who live in the same house, have a 3-year-old son, and we have 3 indoor cats. One day the father knocked on the door, telling us his son lately grew fond of cats, and if it was possible that his son can see our cats. We let them in, but it turned out the boy still has 2 left hands when it comes to animals, and his father doesn't interfere when the kid chases them, screeches at them like a siren, pulls them on their tails, and throws hard toys at them. As you can guess, we weren't too pleased. Next day, same time in the evening, father and kid knock on our door, the father demanding that his son can meet the meow meows again. This time my husband opened the door and was somewhat of surprised by them requesting a visit again. Blindsided, let them in again. Same procedure as the day before, a solid half hour of screeching and chasing the scared and startled cats. Day 3, we just sat down for dinner. The father knocks on our door, letting us know that it's his son's bedtime and that he's ready to play with his meow meows. I kindly but clearly explained that we're just about to have dinner and that we cannot make this a daily play date, because our cats are not happy about this, as they are not used to children and one of them blind. I told him it's too much for the animals. My husband and I are both working full-time, and our evenings, having dinner together, is our relaxed time we would like to spend alone. The following 2 hours, we heard the kid screaming his head off, demanding to meet his meow meows, followed by furious knocking on our door, which we opened to our very angered neighbor pointing on his son's blue from crying face, yelling at us that this sad face should make us think about the consequences of decisions we make for other people. His son won't sleep anymore without seeing his beloved meow mouse. Yes, he seriously kept using this term and also the possessive adjective. I tried to solve this in a civilized manner by keeping calm, but pointing out that it wasn't our idea to make seeing our cats his son's getting ready to sleep ritual, and that he cannot expect from us to make this a daily schedule. But we were marked as general child haters already. 2 days later, our landlord called us to remind us to please not let our cats out in the hallway because the neighbor's child is allergic to cats.